The 4-2-3-1 formation provides stability, structure, and a well-balanced attack. We are going to master it today. We need to understand what makes this formation so good. This is important, otherwise you'll not be able to replicate the results in game. So we have the natural triangle. Triangular passing pattern not only allow us to get out of the press, but they also help us increase our passing accuracy. And once we start to view the game in triangles, we are able to spot attacking opportunities which were not present before. Since I coach many players, this is one of the major weaknesses found in their gameplay. If we talk about attack, guys, we have another triangle between the cam and the two CDMs, right? And it is so good defensively. It provides us with that defensive stability, which we are going to talk about in a moment. The issue most people have with this formation is that there is only one striker and it is usually very static in attack. And we are going to fix that by using a specific instruction on our cam. Because it is generally a narrow formation, we have to abuse the wings way more compared to the 4-4-2 or the other wide formations, right? Now, why do I prefer it over the 4-4-2? It is not to say that the 4-4-2 is a bad formation. 4-4-2 is still a brilliant and a wonderful formation. But for most players who struggle to keep their defensive line in shape, and they concede a lot of through passes, they concede a lot of counter attacks, and their defense generally isn't good, 4-2-3-1 is indeed the best formation. Some people tend to rush the ball in towards the strikers, right? So when you are playing a 4-4-2, what do? You usually try to get the ball as quickly as possible to the strikers. And what happens then? You end up losing the ball in your own half and end up getting countered attack. But the way this formation is set up, it allows us to build up casually while making sure the ball stays more in our feet. We control the game basically. Since we are controlling possession, we are controlling the game as well, which is why I recommend 4-2-3-1 for the most players out there. Now with the triangle, see one thing, these aren't all perfect triangles, and as long as it is some sort of triangle, that is a win. It doesn't always need to be a perfect 180 triangle. Like I said, as long as it is some sort of triangle, that is a win-win situation for us. Now let's talk about the instructions because they are very important. But before that, we have to discuss another important thing, the work rates, guys. As you can see, I am using Ruben Neves. And you might say, oh, why are you using a player that costs 20k? It is solely because of his height and his work rates. Medium-high work rate is important in this formation because the way we are going to play it, if we do not have a player with medium-high, we're going to have some trouble. If you cannot go and get a medium-high player, at least have a high player. You cannot use mediums or both high mediums. So if you have someone like Ruud Gullit next to him, that is absolutely fine. Let's start with the instructions. Our striker is going to be stay central, target player, conservative interceptions, and stay forward. Now you might ask me, why conservative interceptions? We are going to use conservative interceptions because we have to keep this formation as stable and as structured as possible. So when you have conservative interceptions on, the players are only trying to intercept passes if the player can win the ball clearly. That is why we are using conservative interceptions. We are going to use stay central and stay forward so they are always ready for the counter attack. The same thing we are going to do with our cam. We are going to keep him stay forward, get into the box for the cross. So essentially he will become a second striker, and we are going to use conservative interceptions for him as well. Two of our players, the middle cam and the strikers, are going to be stay forward, always ready for the counter attack. Our Ram and Lamb are going to be come back on defense because we need that stability. They are going to be get into the box for the cross, and again conservative interceptions is the common theme you're going to see with this formation. Same instruction for Rivaldo. He is also going to be come back on defense, get into the box for cross, conservative interceptions. Now one of your fullbacks, who is the more attacking fullbacks, needs to overlap and he has to have the balanced instruction because that attacking overload is very important. The other fullback is going to be stay back while attacking, conservative interceptions. Our CBs are also conservative interceptions. Our CDM, who is more attacking with the high attacking work rate, is going to be conservative interceptions and completely balanced. When we are attacking, he is going to get forward and give us that opportunity to get the ball moving. For the tactics, no, we are not using drop back. We are going to keep it at balanced. Our width in this formation is going to be 45. Our depth is going to be slightly higher. We're going to use 71 depth. If you think auto offside traps do not exist, you are wrong. Auto offside traps are still a major part of this game. And we are going to use 71 depth so we can have that auto offside traps. Because we are focusing more on stability, we still need some sort of pressure. and the 71 depth is going to help us do that. Build up play is not going to be slow build up, but it is going to be long ball. Chance creation is going to be possession. Our width is going to be slightly higher because, like I said, it is more of a narrow formation, so we need as much width as we can. We're going with 58, and sometimes we will also enable hug sideline from the in-game D-pad tactics if you feel that you need more width. Players in the box for this formation is going to be at 6, like I said. Otherwise it becomes a more static formation. We need as much attacking support as we can, so that is why we are going to keep it at 6. Anything higher than that is going to be overkill. So I believe this is the best balance for the 4-2-3-1 formation. And yes, you have to have more patience with this formation. Play in triangles like I showed you at the start of the video and you will find success. But remember, no matter how good the tactics are, you will need to change the formation. Obviously, depending on who you are playing. The 4-4-2 is still a very good formation. The last time I showed you the instructions, I was using get forward, stay on the edge for both of my CMs. Now I've changed that. I'm going back to a traditional approach. Since a couple of weeks, I've been back to the traditional approach just because I felt that counterattacks were becoming more of a thing with this instruction. So I keep one of my CMs on stay back, cover center. The other one is still get forward, stay on the edge of the box for cross and cover center. Our LM is going to become back on defense, get into the box. Our RM is going to become back on defense, get into the box. Our strikers are going to be completely balanced in the 4-4-2 formation because, again, we're not going to keep them come back or stay forward. I believe defensive support balance works fine. If we want them to come back, we will enable striker drop back in game. Our right back is going to be stay back while attacking. Our left back is going to be balanced overlap. Like I said, you need that overload. We are going to use 62 depth. We are going to keep width at 45. Our build-up play is going to be balanced direct passing. And our width in this formation is going to be 40. Players in the box is going to be at 4, corners and free kicks at 2. Like I said, very neutral formation, but when you need those two strikers and you feel like, okay, 4-2-3-1 is getting static or the opponent is extremely good at defending, then you might need that second striker, which is when we switch to the 4-4-2. But without a doubt, this is the best formation in the game. 4-3-2-1 is the most successful formation on next gen, and you have to use it against certain players, man. You can also use it from minute 1, but some people do not have the attacking game plan needed for this formation, right? You need to be very free-flowing, you need to be very creative in attack. Most FC players aren't that, so which is why I don't recommend it to the average player. But if you are confident in your attacking ability, okay, go on, use this formation. The instructions are going to be stay central, get in behind for the striker. Our RF is going to be stay central, right? Our LF is going to be stay central, come back. Our LCM is going to be stay back while attacking cover center. Our CM is going to be stay back while attacking cover center. Our left back is going to be, of course, balanced overlap, and our right back is going to be stay back overlap. The instructions are as follows. Width is going to be 45, depth is going to be 65. Balanced, chance creation, direct passing. Now if you feel like direct passing isn't working for you, like I talked about in another video, that if you feel that it is too static, then you should always put forward runs and try it out because it gets your team going. If you are one of those players who have nothing happening in attack, then go with forward runs. You will not regret it. But for the majority of players, I still prefer direct passing. Width is going to be 53, players in the box is going to be 4 for the recycles. Since this formation has 3 CMs, if we will keep it too high, we will not have any recycling options. Constant pressure formation, always the same. 100 width, 85 depth, fast build, forward runs 55, 8. For the instructions, I always keep everyone on stay forward, get in behind, aggressive interceptions, get forward, get forward, get forward, get forward, join the attack, step up, join the attack, step up, overlap of course. These are the updated tactics that all of you have been asking for since a long time. Now check this controller static videos out because it is important.